Hey, Dan, thank you for joining me today. I know we're here today to talk about Ventura Community College and the great work that you've done. So, again, really appreciate you taking the time. Before
You
we
bet.
get into the details of the project, I just want to make sure our viewers understand who you are and what you do with your company. So, if you could let me know your role and responsibilities with UPS Protection, that'd be great.
Sure. I am the owner and CEO of UPS Protection. I've owned it for 15 years, and we've been a Schneider Electric supplier and installer for all of those 15 years.
Beautiful. We'd love to hear it. So, a little snapshot, if you will, please. Could you briefly tell me who is UPS Protection and what makes you guys unique in our Southern California market?
UPS Protection is an emergency power company. We do everything to support our customers during a power outage. One of the biggest things we do is obviously battery backup systems. So, working with APC, we design systems so that they're perfect for every customer's application, from small single-phase systems to large three-phase systems, to the amount of runtime that they need if they have a generator, if they don't have a generator. In all circumstances, we can help fit an application to the customer's needs, and we do that with the variety of products that APC offers.
Do you see a commonality of the challenges that they face that you and your organization are speaking to them about fixing?
Yes, and a lot of them have the inability to tackle managing the UPSs when they're at a lot of different locations. That's usually the issue where we can help the most with this offering that APC now has, that Schneider Electric has. Makes it so that a customer who's got UPSs that are spread out over, say, campuses or over different buildings or different phone closets, all of those applications, all of those UPSs need to be supported, and a customer with a small IT department just can't do it. So what we're starting to see is the need for somebody else to manage all of those UPSs, and that's been the big push in this particular application.
What challenges does UPS Protection face in supporting these customers? And kind of a part B to that is what opportunities do you see to help support them better?
How good of a job we do selling to, say, we have a grocery store customer that has 47 different locations.
Mm-hmm.
We're helping them in all 47 locations, but we really can't. We have to partner with Schneider Electric to be able to get some remote management on those sites so
Mm-hmm.
that when something really does go down, there's a quick response to it. I
Yeah.
can't tell that customer, you can just call me and I'll take care of you. In the end, we can't do it. We have to partner with somebody, with Schneider Electric, to be able to handle those customers and give them the service and the response time they need. So that's our challenge, is we want to service everybody. We want to take care of it, of the customers. We can't do it by ourselves. We have to do it with our partner.
Help me understand the role that this ever developing managed services play has for UPS Protection.
It gives us one more big tool to sell into our customers. If we look at,
Mm-hmm.
this customer has several hundred sites, over 100 sites, little tiny closets all over the place. There's no way they could walk by and manage them. They really can't. They don't have the time or the ability to handle that, to handle each one of those. So they needed a way to just do it seamlessly. And that's the big sales point from our side, is to say, hey, look, we can install these things, help you set them all up, and then you'll never have to touch them again. We'll be able to have when something fails, the manufacturer, Schneider Electric, will take care of remotely, know that failure has happened, and then send a tech out if necessary to solve that problem. And you don't even need to know that it's going on. So it takes the stress away from my company, allows us to do a lot more sales, and takes the stress off of these small IT departments that manage these big campuses, who could never do anything like that. Now they don't have to worry about that at all. There's nobody who's got a package that's like that. So even though we were in this bid against other manufacturers, nobody had the complete package.
what was the deciding factor for our mutual customer for choosing monitoring and dispatch services?
The way that the whole package was, the concise, here's your options. Very simple, easy to lay out, made it so I could present it to the customer and he could go, I'll take C. It was so simple for him, and the price was competitive. And again, it wasn't that it had to be competitive because it wasn't apples to apples.
Right.
It was better than what the competitors had, and the price wasn't that much more. So, or even really the whole package ended up being less.
Do you see this offer being utilized in other verticals or other customers that you're speaking with moving forward?
Absolutely, and I think if the new structure, we don't see the 250 kW data centers as much anymore. We see a lot of the phone closets. Well, the phone closets are the perfect spot for this kind of application because there are a lot of them. They don't necessarily attract the attention that a big data center would attract, and these smaller IT teams can't go out and visit every single one of these, so they need this kind of package. So it's a really common, I think we'll see it more and more and more because things are stretched thin a little bit, especially on the IT side. For whatever reason, at the end, those guys are the ones who seem to be the smaller departments, and then these closets are getting bigger and bigger and more useful as the internet takes more and more of the requirement for these closets.
What benefit over time do you see from selling and implementing monitoring dispatch services? And do you see that or like what type of benefits will derive from you being involved on the forefront of the monitoring dispatch services?
I think it's just it's so much data during that time, the 5 years, let's say, that they have this product, that we'll know exactly, did they buy units that were too big? Did they buy units too small? We can guide them in the right direction. There'll be so much information by the time this is done because we were so tight during the whole time that it's really hard for them to go in any other direction, which in the end is what we want. We want to keep our customers for forever.
In the final moments here, Dan, I'll have to ask you, if you had to summarize in 30 seconds the value that we have for monitoring and dispatch services, what would you say to a customer? An elevator pitch, if you will.
I would say that let me give you something to alleviate all of the stress that managing a lot of units in different places can give you. I'll give you the satisfaction of knowing that your units that are all over the place that you can't see and you don't have the time to go look at are going to be taken care of. And if there's an issue, that issue will be resolved with very little impact on you at all, if any impact on you. And I think that's the best message I can give somebody. And it'll be done at a low price as well. So,
Dan, I really appreciate you taking the time to discuss this. It's such a pleasure working with you, and this particular job's been a remarkable experience. I'm really excited to see what else we can dig up here in the future. So, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Of course.